We're here on the Gold Coast enjoying this beautiful weather, and Chaz Mostert has kindly allowed us into his beautiful home. Chazzy, how are you feeling post Newcastle? There's one point I saw you look like you're being held together with physio tape.
Yeah, still getting all the sticky off from all the physio tape, but it was just all precautionary stuff. You know, it's always craft the Christmas break to come back to two 250k races. It's definitely flogs us around a bit. So glad they got a little bit this week off, and looking forward to the next couple of sprint rounds to keep easing into the year.
You leave Newcastle as the championship leader. You've got those orange stickers on the door, but it is such early days. Are you thinking about that at all, or it doesn't mean anything at the moment?
Yeah, it's way too early to think about it. I think if I go back 12 months ago, I was lucky to lead championship for the first ever time, and that lasted all the one race. So, but you know, the main goal is just focus on the car and trying to make that fast. So, you know, we had a good weekend in Newcastle. We got some good results, but you know, Gizzy's still on top of his game. Those cars seem to be super fast. So we'll keep chipping away.
There was so much apprehension leading into the weekend at Newcastle, but what surprised you the most about the Gen3 cars?
I thought maybe the racing or the degradation would even be higher than actually what it was. Being able to pass some guys on different strategies and not being as sensitive, you know, as what it has been in the previous era. So tyres still get hot behind other cars and all that kind of stuff, but it's too early to say if it's heaps better. I thought it was better on the weekend, so that was probably the biggest surprise for me.
You had an incredible final stint in that first race, but probably had to fight a little bit harder in race two. What did you learn, or what were the takeouts from those battles? Saturday
racing was quite good for us, and then we thought we'd try to chase the car on Sunday and make it a little bit better, and I think we actually made it probably a little bit worse. So it definitely doesn't go parallel with the old cars and the mindset, so that's pretty refreshing and makes it not really have any perceived ideas about what the car actually needs. You had an awesome battle with Cam and another really good one with Shane, but were those battles different in the heat of the moment compared to last year? Those two guys are definitely some of the standout in our championship. You know, they leave nothing on the table. They put you under an enormous amount of pressure. I didn't at the time know there was that small amount of overlap there. You know, I still ran wide, and then Shane got a bit of an easy move from it.
Next opportunity for him might be down at the hairpin. Oh, there was a little bit of contact. There was a little bit of contact.
Right. You didn't get me no route.
And so, a change for the lead. There was a little bit of contact there. And is this going to be dealt with in a different way? And he's given him a nudge for his trouble. It's a return of serve by Mostert.
As you see, we go down the hairpin with that little bit of red mist. I definitely wanted to let him know at that time I thought I was on the wrong, but looking back at it, I don't see there was that much in it. At the end of the day, Shane was coming very fast on a much fresher tyre. I gave my all to try and to get to the finish line before he could get that gap, but I just had nothing left. They are such very different formats. The Australian Grand Prix, everything happens so quickly, limited practice. You've got to nail your lap in qualifying on the first lap, and then there's not a lot of time in the races to get the moves done. How tricky is that format? When you go to any other supercar round, I suppose with the main show, we get that little bit longer practices, but at Grand Prix, the track distance is so long and the qualifyings are so short that you have literally one opportunity on one tyre to do a time. So it's super cutthroat, and it all comes down to your qualifying position. So one mistake on that lap, you can be, which we've seen over the years past, 23rd or 4th on the grid, even though you might have the car speed to be inside the top 5. So yeah, I'm up for the challenge. I know the team is as well. We'll just have to see what the form guide's like after Grand Prix. But yeah, it's going to be exciting to watch no matter what. Is there anything that you learnt in Newcastle that you can bring to the Melbourne Grand Prix, or is it just totally different? Yeah, a little bit for sure. I don't know if your Newcastle car will actually work too crazy at the Grand Prix, but I think you draw a lot of parallels between how you went at SMP in the test day and the things you learn from there. They're very similar tracks, except not the same grip levels. So yeah, I thought we might have had a bit more competitive car at the SMP test day than what we say at baseline with the car at Newcastle. So I'm excited to see the Grand Prix and just see if we can draw a parallel between what SMP testing was like and that. And then that will build us more confidence of what car we can go forward. Thanks so much, Chaz. Congratulations for the results on the weekend, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time in Melbourne. Thanks, Reed. Cheers.